Hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. It's that time of the month to do our monthly update. And just as a reminder, these numbers are taken from about 10 different separate marketplaces within the Northern Virginia area. So let's get started.
Yes. And these figures come to you from Market Stats by Showing Time, and they actually reflect numbers for the end of July. So the first one we always start with is the median sold price. That is now at $650,000.
Yeah, and that's down 2% from last month, from June.
Homes sold, 2,454.
That's a tough number because that's down 22% from last month.
Yep. Days on market is 13.
And that seems to be holding about the same number as last month.
And homes for sale is 2,488.
Unfortunately, that's down 7% from last month.
Yes, that's another downer.
Yeah, it truly is.
In terms of what we're actually seeing from last month, it's pretty much the same, unfortunately. Only in terms of the inventory is just not there. We're just not seeing those number of homes going on the market. So that number is going down. Additionally, we're talking about interest rates that are now regularly over 7%.
Ouch.
So we used to talk about 6.5, 6.8. Now we're more between 6.8,
Yeah.
7, 7.2.
And we were optimistic that those were going to fall during the summer, but as of yet, they just have not done that.
They have not done that. So that's what we're seeing. The one positive that we are seeing for those who are choosing to put their homes on the market, they are closing above 100% of the asking price. So they're getting a little bit more than what they're asking for. And it shows that healthy, vibrant buyer who's out there that wants homes, and they're just not available for sale. And another thing to note is that the homes that we're seeing that are getting that above asking are usually priced really well, and they're in really good condition.
Yeah, very important. And those two factors really haven't changed much, have they?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a consistent thing, having agents skilled in not only knowing how to price homes, but also how to get it ready up for the market.
Getting them prepared for the marketplace. Yeah, it was interesting, and I think as we probably have talked about a little earlier today, is that the marketplace is still filled with buyers. The people that are actually making the decisions to write offers and that seem to be settling are the buyers that really need to do something despite the interest rates. And it kind of reminded me of, I was listening to Kai Ryssdal on NPR last night, and he does a marketplace update. And I love listening to him because he kind of comes up with information that's a little bit off the cue, a little bit off of what you normally listen to. And one of the, I think the focuses that he had was basically a growth index that was published by the Federal Reserve, and it's called the GPD now. And the interesting thing that Kai brought up was that we're starting, certainly the Federal Reserve has tried to maintain and then bring inflation down through their Federal Reserve rates, their lending rates. And that has proven to be effective. Unfortunately, we saw a little bit of a rise this last month.
Yes.
And we also saw the index from the Federal Reserve rise as well. So inflation went up to about 3.2 is the last report. Their reserve rate went up 0.25%, again, in hope of trying to curb that inflation, bring it closer down to 2. But Kai's point was last night that this GPD now index, which was really capturing the amount of interest buyers had in spending money in the economy, was actually rising. And he used the difference between a 5% GPD number, which means the amount of money that's being spent in the economy, and the lower, if you will, inflationary number. And so his question was, it seems that people are out still spending money. Why is that? And I think that you nailed it. Is that because they really do feel like they need these products? So we're seeing that, again, houses that are priced well, in good condition, people see those and they feel like they need to do that before somebody else gets to them.
Yes,
right?
Yes, because the minute interest rates fall, you can imagine what's happening. And I'm really glad you made that point. People are still spending money. And I was actually reading an article about Americans spending so much on entertainment
Yes.
and travel compared to previous years. And they're saying it could be, okay, I've been locked up all these years during the pandemic. I want to get out. And it seems it's true. Everybody's traveling. So I think in terms of spending, people are prioritizing what's important and of value to them.
That's a great observation. And we were talking earlier too about credit card debt. For the first time in many years, the amount of credit card debt in a nation is now exceeding $1 billion. And we were just talking about, okay, interest rates for a home purchase loan now being right there hovering around that 7%. That seems to be expensive, but people are spending now $1 billion in credit card debt. And we all know that that interest rate is so much higher than 7%. So people are still envisioning that they want things, they need things, they're willing to make investments in items that they believe are valuable. So I think the bottom line is, unfortunately, we're not seeing that huge inventory come back like we hoped it was going to come back. We're not seeing a lowering in interest rates. And at this point, it's probably a bit of a waiting game, right? I think if you're a buyer that really is thinking about it and needs to buy a house, you're probably going to make that decision. If you're just checking the market out, you may be waiting. If you're a seller that's thinking about, well, potentially we may sell, we may not sell, it may be a good time to just wait. But if you really do need to sell, it's a great time to sell because buyers are out there, they're paying above full price.
That's right. That's right. If that's something that's even in the cards, especially for buyers, because like I said before, I believe waiting might not be in your favor because then you face a lot more competition later on.
And you see prices that are still going up, right? So, in most of these markets, in a lot of these markets.
So I like your bottom line. It's a waiting game.
Yeah, it's a waiting. And I think for real estate agents as well, right? Yeah, exactly. Well, again, as always, we hope you got some valuable information from our weekly video. Please, as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then let's not forget the website and the blog, of course.
That's right. That's right. We're going to have the blog below. So please go ahead and like, comment. Let's hear your thoughts on this. We'd love to hear it.
We hope to see you soon.
Bye.